Hello everyone, this is your SPAG help, your spelling, punctuation and grammar help for week 2 home learning pack. We're looking at 4 word classes today and also going to look at the 2 types of conjunctions as well. Okay, so word classes we're going to look at today, we've got what is a noun, what's an adjective, a verb and an adverb. So have a little think about what those are. Hopefully you will remember what they are. As I was making this, thought about things I could see near me. So a noun being an object, a place or a person. I found an object that was near me. I found a remote. An adjective, something to describe that remote. It's black and it's thin. So thin, call my black remote. A verb. Is there an action that you can do? Can you jump up and down? Can you sing? Can you chat? Can you type? And an adverb, how are you doing that thing? Are you jumping quickly? Are you typing slowly? I'm going to move on from this though. So I created a short, simple sentence just using these 4 word classes. I should mention now as well, the word the is a determiner. But we're going to be looking at that next week, so don't worry about so much about that for now. So I needed a noun, so I thought of the girl. I needed something to describe the girl, so I decided to go with shy. The shy girl is what it turned into. I needed a verb, something that she's doing, like an action or a movement. So the shy girl spoke. Remember, your verbs will change depending on which tense you're writing in. We're writing here in the past tense because we used the word spoke. And an adverb describe how or when she's doing that thing, and I've decided to go with how she's doing it. The shy girl spoke quietly. So remember, our adverbs don't always end in an ly. You might have learnt that in Key Stage 1, but that's what we used to say in Key Stage 1. It's an ly word, but we're getting a bit more sophisticated with our adverbs now. Okay, so here we've got 4 classes, just like we have in Year 3, 4 different classes. Got a noun class, an adjective class, verb class, and adverb class. You might want to pause the video here and discuss which words fit into what class. So I want you to have a go at that, just as a little bit of practice, a bit of a reminder to help you out. This is the activity from your pack that all of that should be helping you with. You have a key down the side of all the different word classes. You need to decide which words are nouns, which are adjectives, etc. Down the bottom we've got determiners, prepositions and pronouns. Prepositions and pronouns we have covered quite a bit of in Year 3, and like I said, determiners are going to happen next week, but just have a go. Okay, conjunctions. We've got a list here of different conjunctions we might use in Year 3. We have done a lot of subordinating conjunctions, and most of the coordinated conjunctions that we do use in Year 3, we actually did them in Year 2. But now we want to get a bit more sophisticated with our conjunctions now. In Year 2 for coordinating, we used a lot of and, but, and so. But you can see here we've got fanboys, which is a good way to remember your coordinating conjunctions. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And the children know that for subordinating conjunctions, we've got the word habit. Get into the habit of using more conjunctions, however, although, because, if, and therefore. I've also popped some links up the top there for BBC BItesize. I'll put those in the description on the YouTube channel for you to just click on and go. They're quite good. They've got a little video and a little activity for them to try. Okay, so subordinating conjunctions. When we use subordinating conjunction, the sentence will have 2 parts, a main clause and a subordinate clause. Your main clause has to make sense on its own. Your subordinating clause won't make sense by itself, but it has to relate to the main clause. So we've got he was late for school. That could be a sentence all by itself. When we use a subordinating conjunction, we want to give a bit more detail. So we might say why he was late. He was late for school because the alarm had broken, for example. So we want to take a simple sentence, like he was late for school, remove the full stop from the sentence, look at our word habit, what conjunction could we use, and then give some more detail that relates back to the main part of the sentence. We want the first part of the sentence and the second part of the sentence to actually relate together, but we don't want it to repeat. Sometimes we get a lot of he was late for school because he was late. You're kind of just repeating yourself there. We want more detail as to why he was late for school. So your coordinating conjunctions also have two parts to a sentence, but both clauses should make sense by themselves. So you've got the sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Both of those sentences could just be sentences with capital letters and full stops all by themselves, but instead we're going to put in a coordinating conjunction. I'm going to use and. The sun is shining and it's a beautiful day. So we can coordinate the two sentences together. Remember, coordinating conjunctions should make sense. Sorry, both parts of the sentence should make sense by themselves. Subordinating, the main part makes sense by itself, and the second part does not. This is the section of your activity pack that should help with. You need to discuss what type of conjunction is there. Is it a subordinating conjunction? Is it a coordinating conjunction? And then that should help you finish the sentence correctly. Does the sentence need more information, more detail, or can it be another sentence altogether? If you find that your child seems to be picking this up really quickly, then we like to challenge the children with conjunctions by trying to put subordinating conjunction at the beginning. You can see for sentence number 3, you've got despite is at the beginning. And then instead of a conjunction going to connect the two parts of the sentences, you use a comma instead. I have also put a video on the end of this video to help with that. It's a really good way to up-level your work, especially if you really want to challenge yourself, and that's what we want to see in year 3 at the moment, so have a go at that. Okay, so we've got some resources to help, and like I said, there's the 2 websites there. Well, for BBC BItesize, BBC BItesize is really good for grammar. There are little videos that probably explain it a lot better than what I'm doing. And also on the next slide, I've put the video that helps you to create sentences that start with a subordinating conjunction or a clause. It does mention the word wabub. It's a type of creature that likes subordinated conjunctions. It's another way of remembering them. So it's I saw a wabub. There are some more subordinating conjunctions there that you can use in sentences as well.
SPAG-tastic TV now brings you an urgent newsflash. Did you know that subordinating conjunctions can be used in different places within a sentence? So far, our lovable friend the wabub has helped us to create sentences where the subordinate clause has always come after the main clause. But look at this multi-clause complex sentence. What do you notice? Until he lifted his head, no one knew the monster was inside the empty dustbin. That's right. Until is the subordinating conjunction, used at the beginning of the subordinate clause, until he lifted his head. The subordinate clause actually comes before the main clause, with the first words of the sentence being the conjunction until. Did you notice anything else? How are the subordinate clause and the main clause separated? You've got it. If you are using a subordinate clause at the beginning of your sentence, you need to place a comma after it to demarcate it from the rest of the sentence. So where should the comma be in this sentence? Where does the subordinate clause end? Since he was hopeless at hiding, the children spotted the wabub straight away. You're correct. The subordinate clause is since he was hopeless at hiding. So the comma would go after it, to separate it from the main clause. If I provide the main clause, can you think of a suitable subordinate clause to start my sentence? Remember, Your subordinate clause needs to begin with a subordinating conjunction, starting with a capital letter of course, contain a verb, and be followed by a comma.
Okay, so that's everything really. If you've got any issues with that or you still need a little bit of help or guidance, email or message your teachers for support. Go back and use the resources provided again. Enjoy and have another lovely week.